In this section S 2.06, we look at the future module. That means some other topics which we are going to cover later. For example, the work structuring, which may come up briefly in as part of CPS or collaborative planning system, lean design, lean and procurement, supply chain management. Then there are a number of contracting models in lean like target value design, IPD and so on. And there are many simulation softwares available. We can look at them also later. The first part you look at work structuring, for example, is a starting point for collaborative planning system, where we look at the overall organization of the work. What is the method we are going to adopt, the basic method, what kind of resources would be required, what's the organizational structure, what's the overall time period, and broad sequencing of work and so on. So, these aspects are required for you to make the milestone schedule or master schedule and the phase schedules. So, for making these two, work structuring is important. I will cover that later. Lean design is again very fascinating. How do we get all the concerned stakeholders to come to the big room, stay together and do the lean design? The lean, design dependency matrices are there. There are a number of interesting processes to tackle lean design. Then with the practice of lean, particularly CPS, our certainty levels increase considerably. So, the supply chain management can be organized more efficiently, and something called just-in-time deliveries, just-in-time management, and reducing your work in progress, reducing the cash flow requirements. There are a number of possibilities in the supply chain management which we can look at later. Then when you have the contracting model, the conventional model which we have right now is very inefficient, is based on distrust. There is no commonality between the approach of the client and that of the contractor. So, target value, for example, many times when you have a particular budget in mind, the owner develops the complete design and the model, looks at the cost after going for contracting, and then decides, oh, I can't afford this. Then he do some chopping and curtailing something ad hoc basis. Then the functionality gets lost. You may come to your cost, but the functionality may get impacted. In target value design, the owner, the architect and the designer, they work together with a common objective of a particular value or a cost with the functionality, and then achieve the objective in an efficient manner. And then when the consultant, architect and the owner work together, we have the IPD model, and you bring in the contractor also into the group, you have the alliance model. So, alliance model is very attractive, very efficient and really collaborative, but then that requires a very high level of maturity between all the stakeholders. We had a few examples in the world and also in India in the alliance model. Difficult to achieve, but then it can yield tremendous value if properly practiced. Then we have a number of simulation games which are available to illustrate the concepts of lean and also to practice them. From IIT Madras, we have developed a simulation tool called Col Plus, Collaborative Planning System Simulation, which is based on with an open source based on Excel sheets. So, we will come to it, we will see that later in a future module. So, please look forward to all these developments in NPTEL. We will bring them to you at a future date. All the best. Thank you.